Mr. Dickinson,
Yes, sir. I'm on a mission.
don't leave us.
I wouldn't do that. I'll be back.
Oh, you want that?
All right.
The mayor coming today?
He has this.
You know, usually we're so late all the time. It's tough. I don't know if he's gonna be, he's not on Zoom. He's supposed to give us a whole rundown on Ice Castle and,
I can't give the updates. That's
all right, we'll start the meeting. We got it, right? All right, welcome to the Parks O&M, January 2023. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Mr. Dickinson, Mr. McGowan, thank you, sir. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. We're just gonna start with the privilege of the floor. Anybody? Who's the gentleman at the end of the table?
Maybe to learn.
All right, so nothing from the floor. All right, new business. You want to talk about Ice Castle?
Yeah, there is no action agenda or new business items. The items we have are discussion items today. So the first is Ice Castles. As you all know or aware, here's.
Come on in, Mr. Mayor. Come on in.
Morning. Morning.
Morning, Mayor. Brought
Donuts?
donuts.
Donuts?
Coffee and donuts and everything in paper form.
I see you brought your bodyguard with you.
Most thing I'm surprised about is that you're on schedule.
I was gonna say, that's what.
I just said that.
It was way off. We were ready to wait outside.
All right, we're down to discussion, and I'm gonna leave it to you to talk about ice. Oh, you're gonna talk about
I'll give an update. I'll let the mayor talk about the event itself, but the electrical and water line upgrades are complete. I believe the water line work actually came in about $1,000 under what we projected for cost, and the electrical work came in right about where it should have been. I think it's about 31,000. So my fiscal manager has created the invoice to submit to Ice Castles, so they could pay us for that because they said they would pay for that. So that's what I have as far as that update. And I turn it over.
We'll turn it over, Mr. Mayor, for events, update on events.
First, I'd like to introduce all you folks to Ray Perry. Ray is the candidate, the sole candidate running for mayor.
Oh, good luck.
He's been kind of shadowing me and following me around, and we're glad to have him.
Carrying boxes.
And question,
Thank you.
Keith, of course, you all know.
Are you a junior
Different middle name, but my father's name is Ray as well.
Yeah,
electrician?
Yes.
yeah.
I had the honor of working with him 40 years ago.
What's your name?
Under Valetti.
Oh, well, yeah, Dad.
Brad McGowan, yes, tell your father I said.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, but I had the privilege of knowing
Gene,
young
yeah, we
Ray
go way
for
back.
38 years, so he's gonna do a good job. A lot of big shoes to fill, but I know you'll handle it.
We do. Mayor, you want me to put those together for you? What are you?
I'm done.
Thank you.
So I brought with me today copies. Yeah, I have some more here for Greg and Chairman, if you'd like copies. This is an up-to-date schedule for the festival space for this year. Just this morning, we actually booked the Strand Theater Summer Slam, which you'll see has been added to the events. So we have 14 events, including three new events for 2023. The event use days are going to be approximately 57 days using the festival space. Our projected income for all of the shows presently is $96,000. We booked the Esther Tow Truck Show into the Americade slot. and booked Americade into their longtime weekend, 6/2 to 6/4. You might have read about that in the news media. Americade chose to move back to their original week last year. And of course, Esther Tow Truck Show been coming to Lake George for 31 years. And they had the festival space booked. So we were able to work with Americade and fit Americade into the village on the beach road, using the beach road itself, closing it off. I got permission from, I was going to get permission from the county today, from all the merchants, including the steel pier. We were going to put as vendors on the steel pier, and we're going to put other vendors in the beach road parking lot. That's still going to happen. But nevertheless, we're going to have those two shows on the same weekend. Everything was fine until about 3.5 weeks ago, when the promoter from Esther Tow Truck Show said, "Mayor, we've decided we can't do it the same week as Americade. They've taken mostly all our rooms. We're worried about the traffic, the noise, and we're worried that people aren't going to come to town to see our tow truck show as they had in the past." And usually their attendance number is about 5,000. So we're looking for another location, and we're sorry. We love Lake George. I said, wait a minute. So the show after the tow truck show was new. It was a craft show that I thought we could fit into Shepherd Park. He wasn't going to charge admission, so he didn't need the fence. So I moved the craft show into Shepherd Park, got the tow truck show to commit to the week of Americade that they used to have. And Americade called Americade, and Americade now booked the festival space. So we picked up another show. We didn't lose the tow truck show. And right now, everyone seems to be happy. Americade is going to still be on the beach road. They're going to use the festival space for 2 large concerts, one on Friday evening and one on Saturday evening, which we're working with them now to do that. Some of the money is in that manila envelope, Lisa, because I know you're looking at me wondering what it is. That seems to be all set. You heard from Kevin, the Ice Castle, I guess, is right now is on track to open on Friday, February 3rd. And we're working with that Jeep event that came here 2 years ago. They want to relocate to Lake George Village. I guess they were at 1,000 Acres Dude Ranch, and they want to come back. That would be they wanted to come this year in May, but you can imagine, I know Kevin and the rest of us, imagine what the place would look like in May with the Ice Castle. I told them it just isn't possible. It's too soon. We had a problem getting the wine festival in there last year. So I've convinced them to come in July, and they're going to plan to do that. The Oktoberfest would be the week after Columbus Day in 2024. So that's my updated report, Mr. Chairman.
Well, very good. Sounds good. Any questions for the mayor?
So Americade also utilizes Fort William Henry.
Americade is going to utilize the Fort William Henry grounds as well. And they'll be using the other conflict was both the tow truck show for years had used the Holiday Inn as their headquarters. That was also Americade's headquarters. So they bumped the tow truck show out of the Holiday Inn, and they were looking for a headquarters. They couldn't go to the fort because it's already used. They were looking at the Tiki. So I think that was one of the problems as well. But I had to agree with them that obviously people, the only people that come to town during Americade are the people that love the motorcycles. And there's no parking, and they would have had an awful hard time bringing spectators to that group. Yes, Mr. McGowan.
I just want to reach out and say, boy, we're gonna miss you.
No, you're not, because I have a proposal.
Ray's gotta understand, if he happens to get this seat, he's got big shoes for a reason. But I really just want to reach out and I did read that article and I'm like, oh my gosh. And really, you handle things so well. And, you know,
Thank you.
for the years that you've been out there and what you've done for Lake George, it is it's just so great to work with you and your understanding of everything and your negotiation skills are
Thank
just
you.
phenomenal.
Thank you very much. You're gonna make me cry.
All right.
Yeah.
all right.
Mr. McGowan, just so, I'll bring it up now. I did receive a letter and I told our Mr. Hadros about it from the mayor himself, a couple of weeks ago. And he's informing us, and I'm really happy to hear this. You'll happy to hear it, Mr. McGowan. The mayor would like to stay on and run the festival space when he retires. And in this letter, it tells us he is retiring this time. And I think the village of Lake George already set up a office in the basement of their building for him. He's got everything ready
Yeah.
and he's looking for a wage to do it for a year for $15,000. And I spoke to Mr. Dickinson about it and on Octax and stuff. And there's nobody that can replace him in that job. He's got the skills of negotiation. He knows everybody. And I don't think the poor new mayor would like to take over that job the first year. So I think we should,
You need a resolution on that?
yes, make a
Bring that to the
resolution.
floor.
Okay, we could take it off the floor, Mr. McGowan, Mr. Dickinson, and he'll start working, what, about May 1st, Mr. Mayor?
Well, I've already started because I'm still the mayor.
Yeah, no, I
But
mean,
I know that Mr. Perry, if he's elected, or any mayor that's elected, is going to have a difficult time transitioning
Right.
into the job. I also know that the county is seeking a new director of tourism because I believe that some of the work that I've been doing can be done in the county tourism department. So in order to bridge the gap between what's happening here and what's going to happen at Lake George Village, I'm thinking maybe 2 years the most, God willing. And I can bridge that gap and break someone in, introduce them to these people that have written such nice letters of recommendation that I got. And kind of, again, bridge the gap from what we've been doing into something else, because there are every day there's a problem with one of these events going on. You know, it's the village employees that handle the events. You know that my secretary has been doing it all. She's still willing to do it. And, you know, I've been working with Lisa and just love it. So I think for a couple of years to do that, the town, the village, we did 86 events last year. That's counting all the concerts in Shepherd Park as well. And it counts the stuff that doesn't even happen in Shepherd Park or Wood Park that come to the village and use the streets, like the Oktoberfest, where we have to close all the streets down and deal with all the vendors and the farmers market and all that stuff. So I'd like to be able to break someone else into that. Perhaps the new mayor would like to do it. Perhaps he's going to find out he doesn't want to do it. But in the meantime, well, we don't want to lose the momentum that we've got going, because the special events are really the backbone of extending our season. The Ice Castle is just one huge example where this year in particular with, and Kevin knows this, and Keith getting that stuff put in place. I mean, the actual three-phase power was put in on New Year's Eve by National Grid, because I stayed on the president of National Grid's case for 2 days. And those are the things that need to be handled, and you need to know who to call and when. And I can certainly teach somebody else that.
well, that's what we're on to that kind of work.
Appreciate the kind words, and I still want to stay active.
All right, so would you mind changing the, sorry,
I'm sorry, I have just a couple of questions about the motion.
sure.
Is this,
That's what maybe I was going to ask. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, is this to authorize the intermunicipal agreement with the village? Is that what this motion is for?
That's only a suggestion that it could be done simply by an IMA with the village of Lake George, where they would obviously, I still work out of there exactly the way, and the county could just reimburse the village. that's entirely up to the village and the county, the way they want to handle it.
If it's okay with the committee to just table this for a month so we can have a deeper conversation about the details and how we structure it. I need to do that in order to be aware of today.
That's fine, but can we get the mayor on a contract today, at least a signature, so we don't lose him?
Oh, you won't lose me.
Mayor can sign
I'm willing to
any
attend any
contract.
meetings that I need to do to come down here, whatever you tell me I need to do.
I just
I'm
wanna-
prepared to do.
I think that's,
It'd be good to flush out the details a little bit more before.
we were just excited about this, so.
So I
All
am
right,
too.
so that's what we're gonna
I
do.
am
We're gonna
too.
table this right now.
I am still.
All right.
I should have asked for 25.
I need a motion. Mr. McGowan,
Tell you.
Mr. McGowan.
Yeah.
I need a motion to withdraw your, and
Oh, to withdraw my motion, I withdraw my motion.
Mr. Dickinson. Now, before I make, you have,
Funding source?
but it's funding, so it's, well, we'll decide that, but I think it should come out of our tax. But that's up to the attorney we'll know that at the next meeting when we do the whole thing. So, all right, now need a motion to table.
We did.
Okay, so moving on. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much.
Thank
for
you.
all you've done.
Thank you very much.
You know, it's
All of you.
phenomenal. All right, so that part is finished. Referrals, any referrals? Privilege to the floor? No privilege to the floor. A motion to adjourn? Mr. Dickinson, Mr. McGowan. Thank you all for coming.